So my next question to you is, sometimes I can't sleep at night. I'm up, I'm thinking about...
Can anyone?
Besides that.
I mean, between the movies and our minds and the challenges of our day,
right,
it's becoming harder, isn't it?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of input of information for us now these days. But even when I was a kid, I used to think, I know this sounds silly, but I would think, where does all the garbage go? Like, I would always think, like, where, because I like puzzles.
They hide it.
I like putting the pieces of a puzzle together, and I would think, where does all this stuff go? You know, I would have this overwhelming feeling of too much stuff on Earth. And it would keep me up at night. What keeps you up at night?
A world that has not found itself. It's not happy. There's too much strife in the world. There's so much money in the world. It's not being shared properly, used properly. It's not being organized correctly. I think that there is enough of abundance here to take care of everything quite gracefully. And we can be the greatest caretakers this world has ever seen. But our selfishness, our mine personality that is currently taking place, it's about me and these different things, is independently spread it all away from each other, to not work as a collective, then to benefit the world, but to benefit oneself. And in such a selfish act, we have found ourselves spread so thin that strife is everywhere. Pain is living in abundance, and we are not organized in enjoying this beautiful life as it should be in paradise.
So what do you suggest we do? Do you have suggestions for our audience if there's something that they can do to help unite everybody?
Release their hearts. Quit being afraid of the world. Take on the pain of the neighbor. Take on the enjoyment of someone you never met. Quit hoarding for yourself, finding self as the way to be full and complete. It's actually not. It simply isolates you away from everything else, and you'll find yourself lonely in the end. We need to free ourselves, free our souls, learn to enjoy everything. We need to experience our world instead of shutting ourselves away from it. As much as we travel and we see, we still hide on the ships of the beautiful cruises, and we hide in our rooms, and we separate each other, and we make privacy our goal, and behind our iron gates and everything we can do to control for just ourselves. And we need to find a way of freeing ourselves to allow the entire world in and enjoy the good and the bad, and find a way to make it happy for everyone. Remove sad.
I think the hoarding and the hiding comes from fear. So how have you overcome your own fears?
Does anyone? I think fear is part of the world itself. I think it's something that you have to experience so that you can actually appreciate the things that you have. Fear is the unknown. I walked in this room today, it's unknown. Should I fear it or should I bask in it? Well, you need to step through. Fear can stop you from stepping through. We let our fears stop us from finding out what's on the other side. And usually when we step through the fear, we're like amazed. Wow, well, this isn't so bad. Wow, why didn't I do this before? We are scared of fear itself, and we need to release ourselves from this. We need to embrace the fact that fear is more of an exhilaration, excitement. It's a way of generating enthusiasm. It can be reorganized, and it can be applied as an energy instead of a stopping ground. It can not have to be a shield, but it can be a beautiful gift of walking through life and experiencing life through excitement. It's embracing fear.
I think I've had the same experience where something I feared, when it's come to fruition, it's either not as scary as I had perceived it was going to be, or it just didn't even happen. So
we get in our heads and we make out a million possibilities, and we scare ourselves from doing the thing that we would like to do. And currently our society is telling us that we need to be weary and leery, and we need to worry about this and we need to worry about that. And what it's doing is closing us down, shutting us down, making it easier for society to control us. And we need to free ourselves from this